Ranking the best running backs in Madden 23. We are back here with another tier list update. Today we're going to be updating running backs. Now right before we do want to head re-rank the old cards and rank the new cards, I do want to go ahead shout out the comment of the day. Now let's take a look at the old list real quick. I do want to make a couple of changes. So first off, I think I slightly missed with King Henry being the only one in S+. His X factor is ridiculous, but you want to know who is just as ridiculous? It's Quadfather. And I think these two are going to be the only ones in this S+ tier, strictly to do with their X factor. If you're not running their X factor, I don't really think they are leaps and bounds better running backs than everyone else, but the freight train X factor being pre-lit is just really annoying, and they just make some absolutely insane plays. Now I do want to make one other change. I think everyone else should drop down a tier. I do think there are some running backs that drop that are like better than Terrell Davis, Keith Byers, Pacheco, and Ekeler, and this is what the list is looking like before we get into the first card. First one we got right here, slightly lower overall, Boston Scott. He's 5'6", 91 speed, decent catching, decent route running. Now for abilities, doesn't get anything for discount, so this is just overall just not really a great running back card. I'm gonna go ahead and put Boston Scott. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him F tier. Right after that, we got Raheem Mostert, always a budget beast. 94 speed, 95 excel on a 92 overall is really nice. But other than speed, can he offer you anything? I mean, slightly good catching, slightly good short route running, not the best break tackle stats in the world either. So he's really just like a speed demon. Now, if we look at his abilities, he doesn't get anything for discount, which does suck. I do think he is a decent running back. I think he's a tier better than Boston Scott, but I would just put him kind of around like Breece Hall. I do think Breece Hall's better, but overall, just like a real like budget beast. And right after that, we have Damien Williams. I actually really like this card. 93 speed, 97 excel with a pretty good juke move. Not the best trucking, not the best stiff arm. 90 break tackle, does have 80 catching, but my favorite thing about the card is the fact that he can go ahead and get 0 AP backfield mismatch, which is my personal favorite receiving ability for a running back in the game. And for that reason, he is actually going to rank really high for me. I am going to have him B tier, and he's going to be like more bottom end, but I do think he is really solid. Again, he gets my favorite ability in the game, so he's going to go ahead and just, again, be like bottom in the B. I like him over everyone in C, but there are people in this B tier that I would run over him. And right after that, we have Warwick Dunn. So if you're no money spent, budget baller, this is your running back right here. Like, he is absolutely amazing. 96 speed, but if you have all the Black History Month players, potential to be 97, and guess what? If you run a 50 out of 50 theme team, this is potentially a 99 speed running back with great excel as well, good juke, not really a trucking back. I do think he is smaller, and I have heard people complain about him fumbling. I personally have had no issues with the card fumbling at all for me, but he's 83 catching, 88 short route running. Now if we look at his abilities though, gets baked on 0 AP evasive, but you can go ahead and stack 0 AP short and elite on top of that as well. Absolutely amazing value. In my opinion, this is one of the running backs that is better than Terrell Davis and all them. But again, when we talk about Quadfather and King Henry's X factor, that's why they are just in this tier like by themselves. Warwick Dunn, I think, is kind of just like a better Terrell Davis, because again, he gets the 0 AP evasive and 0 AP short and elite. I honestly question if you're not using like one of the AKA X factors, is it even worth picking up a running back when you can get this card for free? Right after that, we have Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, 94 speed, 5'11", really good stats all the way around for ball carrier moves besides truck and stiff arm, decent catching, but pretty good short route running. And if we look at his abilities this time, he can actually go ahead and get 0 AP short and elite. I think kind of like the same thing about him that I did Damien Williams. I think he is overall very solid. I don't quite think he is like this meta changing running back or anything, but I think in this B tier is a good spot for him. And right after that, we have Jerick McKinnon, 94 speed, 97 excel. He's 5'9" this time, not great trucking or stiff arm, but really good juke and pretty good break tackle. Overall, just great receiving stats. And if we look at his abilities this time, can go ahead and again get 0 AP short and elite. I'm gonna have him on the same exact tier as Damien Williams and Miles Sanders. He might be better than both of them, but again, I just like Damien Williams 0 AP backfield mismatch a lot more than 0 AP short and elite. Now, if you missed Gridiron Guardian Volume 2, you might be a little bit confused, but we're gonna cover 3 Najee Harris's right here. And right here is just the base card. You can see no boom or pow on the card. So he's 94 speed, 93 excel. He's 6'2" power back. Not really a great receiving back, but great trucking, good stiff arm, just overall really good ball carrier moves. Now, if we look at his abilities on this card, you can get 0 AP bulldozer, which I do like, potentially like 1 AP armbar. If you want to run bruiser on this card, just run bulldozer and armbar for 1 AP total. It's essentially bruiser, just 1 less AP. I don't think he's like insane, but I like the card. I don't just want to lob everyone in this B tier, but again, I think he's a pretty like just overall solid running back. So he's going to be like slightly more like middle of the pack B, while these three were more like a bottom in the B. And right after that, we have the boom card right here. Has the same exact stats, but he can boost your entire team. I believe he gives +1 run block power, run block finesse. I don't believe he pluses pass block to your offensive line, but this time, do the abilities change at all? A little bit. This time, 0 AP goal line back. Like, I mean, it's still a really good ability. So I'm going to put him literally right next to his other card. I think there is a reason to run this Najee over this one, but also 0 AP bulldozer, you might like that more than goal line back. And lastly, we have the POW version of Najee Harris. Again, really similar like speed stats this time, but this time, he's a little bit more like, I don't want to say finesse, but you can see he's a receiving back arc with 85 catching, 88 short route running. So his weaknesses low-key become strengths. Now, if we look at his abilities this time, he can get 0 AP short and elite and 1 AP grab and go too. I really like the card. I think he is really, really good. He actually is someone that will go ahead and join the people in A tier. I like him, and I like him a little bit more than Ekeler. Him versus Pacheco, Keith Byers, like, it's tough. I think he's in this tier, but I don't quite think he's like on Warwick Dunn's level, just given like AP value, but he is a really, really good running back. After that, we get a couple out of position players. First one going to be Charles Tillman. Charles Tillman, 6'2" at running back, 95 speed, really good ball carrier moves besides truck and stiff arm. And he's a great receiving back, 88 catching, 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep, hits all the route running thresholds and also 94 release. Now, if we look at his abilities though, he can get 0 AP goal line back. I wish he got 0 AP short and elite. Again, I think he is really, really good like stats wise, but abilities slightly hold him back. For that reason, he's going to be like kind of like right around here for me, like around like Travis Etienne. I think he's a really fun card to use too. I just wish his abilities were slightly better. And right after that, we get Harold Carmichael, but he is 6'8". 6'8" is kind of crazy at running back, 94 speed, 95 excel, and not really great ball carrier moves, but again, a great receiver. The one downside of the card is not being able to use like the 97 Harold Carmichael receiver. So that kind of is something that we should incorporate in the rankings, I think. So let's just look at his abilities real quick though. And again, his abilities are really, really mid, like no 0 AP short and elite. I mean, 1 AP automatic is kind of interesting, but I'm not really too high on that. I would rather use his receiver than his running back card. Again, this is a really fun card to use. I think Charles Tillman is honestly better. I am going to have him, I'll have him like by Tillman. It's just, again, like a lot of people in this tier are just overall like better actual running back. He's a great receiving back and you can do some glitchy stuff with him. Like, I don't know, I could see him higher. Let me know down below in the comments if you think I missed on this, because I could understand like 6'8" doing like some glitchy stuff with him. This right here is my most hated Madden card of all time, and it has nothing to do with the stats. The fact that the only way to get this card right now, or the only way to get this card, was to actually spend real money, like he can't be on the auction block, I think is absolutely stupid. I'm not saying he's the best running back in the world either, but just kind of like what it sets for like the future, right? So like, for instance, what if they make golden tickets only obtainable if you buy a certain bundle, you know? Do you know how stupid that'd be? That's how I feel about this card. And I'll put that to the side. We'll rank him based on how good he is. He's 6'8", 380, 95 speed, 97 excel. So if you want a 6'8" running back, this is honestly your guy over Carmichael, in my opinion. And again, good catching, good short route running. Just gonna be really like glitchy. Like, he's gonna make a ton of glitchy plays. And for his abilities though, like 1 AP short and elite, 0 AP reach for it. I'm not like too high. 1 AP bruiser too. I'm really not too high on the abilities, but this dude is just overall just glitchy. Yeah, I'm gonna put him here because he's literally just glitchy. The stats and abilities don't really do him justice, in my opinion. He's just overall just like a really glitchy card that's gonna break a ton of tackles. So I can 100% see why he's your running back. And right after that, we have playoff Leonard Fournette, 97 speed, 97 excel. And this card is really, really good. He's 6', 235, so a really good player model as well. He has just great ball carrier moves all the way across the board. This must be a flashback to college Leonard Fournette, but 85 catching, 90 short route running as well. Overall stats wise, this might be the best running back we covered so far. And if we look at his abilities, right, he can potentially get 0 AP short and elite, 0 AP backfield mismatch, grab and go honestly isn't a bad ability either. So like maybe stacking backfield mismatch and grab and go together. I think Leonard Fournette has an argument to be the best running back in the game if you aren't running X factors on Quadfather or King Henry. So for that reason, he's top in the S for me. After that, we have a fullback this time, Mike Allstott. He's 6'1", 248, 95 speed, 97 excel. Great break tackle, great trucking. Now we need to pull up his power up right here. Let's see what abilities he can get. So potentially goal line back for 0 is great. I wish he could have got like reach for it for 0 as well, but he's just overall like a really solid running back. He's better than like Okoye in my opinion too. So he's gonna go ahead and be in this A tier. Really good. Just again, kind of like what I was saying about Daniel Falele, just like really like glitchy, going to break a lot of tackles. I think this might be the most slept on running back in the game. David Montgomery, 96 speed, 97 excel. When he came out, I really didn't feel like a lot of people were excited for the card. He has really great ball carrier moves all the way across the board, besides stiff arm, a little bit lower. Good catching, not really the best short route running, but can abilities make up for it? So he can potentially get 0 AP short and elite, 1 AP grab and go. Pretty similar to like Leonard Fournette, and I think Leonard Fournette is a lot better, right? But I also think, like, for me, he is either A or S. I'm going to put him top end of A right now. I think work done is a little bit better again, because all you have to do is get all the Black History Month players, which you should have on your team anyway, to get him up to 97 speed, and he gets evasive and short and elite for 0. I really like Monty. I could see him S tier, but I'm gonna go ahead and lean top end of A. Bo Jackson, 6'1" power back, 97 speed, 94 excel. Just overall, just great stats, even great receiving stats with 91 short route running as well. Now, if we look at his abilities this time, he can get a short and elite for 0. I really wish he could get evasive for 0 as well, because then he just becomes better Warwick Dunn. Bo Jackson plays better than Warwick Dunn, but AP value wise, I think Warwick Dunn is a little bit better. So that's why I really don't mind them being on the same tier. Bo Jackson for me is again S tier. I do think Leonard Fournette is better than Bo Jackson, but like again, this is another card that plays really good. I think he's in the argument for best running back in the game if you exclude the AKA X factors. And right after that, we get Jamal Charles. I just gotta say, like, I love him being back in the game. This is one of my favorite players to watch growing up. But Jamal Charles, 5'11", elusive back, 97 speed, 97 excel. Really great like finesse runner, not a trucking or stiff arming type of back, but really good juke, has great catching, great short route running, even good like medium route running as well. Now if we look at his abilities this time, he can go ahead and get 0 AP human joystick, which pretty good ability to have. Also 0 AP short and elite, 1 AP backfield master. I know a lot of people run Howard master, but still a pretty good ability to have. And just overall, I think this is a really great running back card. I think he is worse than Bo Jackson. He's a ton of fun to use, and I think he's a really good running back. But again, I think Leonard Fournette and Bo are a little bit better. And right after that, we get Jerome Bettis. Jerome Bettis, 95 speed, 98 excel. This time, he's kind of like the opposite of Jamal Charles. He is for sure a trucking back, going to break a lot of tackles. I mean, they even gave him good juke as well. Even gave him good receiving with 80 catching, 82 short route running. Now for his abilities this time, 0 AP short and elite, which I love this card. He also gets 0 AP bruiser. I think again, this is a running back that I think plays really good. For me, he is like an S tier running back and better than Bo. I don't know. I think he's in this mix, like in this like top 3, where again, I can see him being the best running back in the game. Again, if you exclude the AKA X factors. And right after that, we get Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce, really solid, 96 speed, 98 excel, really great ball carrier moves. Not the best receiving back in the world, but let's take a look at his abilities. You can get 0 AP bruiser or 0 AP goal line back like that. 1 AP short and elite. 1 AP short and elite isn't really bad value at this point, but just so many people are getting it for 0. I kind of wish he got bruiser and short end for 0, because then he'd be like the opposite of Warwick Dunn. But I think he is a really good running back. For me, I think I'm going to put him right below Monty. Like, I could potentially see him being in the S tier just like Monty. So we do have one more running back to go over. It's going to be Tyler Algier, the Team Builder promo, which you're looking for the Team Builder promo video. That's going to be dropping tomorrow. I'm waiting for the 99 overall to be revealed right now, but we got Tyler Algier, 94 speed, 96 excel. The main appeal of the card, in my opinion, is getting every single NFC team chem, which he's going to get compared to Warwick Dunn, right? If you're looking for a running back, I think Warwick Dunn's way better. I don't really know why you would run Tyler Algier over Warwick Dunn, but again, he could be up to 96 speed and 98 excel on a full NFC theme team. The 0 AP ability he can get is Backlash. I feel like he just can't really like keep up ability wise with the top end cards in the game. Gets like 1 AP evasive too. I'm not really too high on the card. In my opinion, he is like a middle of the pack B tier caliber card. Again, I just don't really see the point of running him when the main appeal that he can get every single NFC team chem when you have work done, who you can even get for free. But yeah, y'all, this has been my updated tier list for running backs in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Who do you think should come up? Who do you think should come down? And if you did enjoy this video, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 23. Now, if you want to see me use some of these cards live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, so I greatly appreciate that. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch, you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I held a tournament with my viewers ranking the greatest Madden cards of all time.